with it's gonna be 2 weeks. Kind of forgot about it last week, didn't and it wasn't really necessary to film it midweek. I just figured I'd wait until Monday came around again, and just do 2 weeks of sales, because it also wasn't, there wasn't a ton, so it was worth waiting 2 weeks. Although there's gonna be on the other, when I'm done with this, I got to go over another pallet that I bought, and you'll see some of the sales of that in here. And then if I can find where I put the footage, I'm pretty sure it's on the GoPro. I did a little haul from went to Rochester, and I had my first Goodwill bins experience while I was there, because Rochester has one and we don't, which makes 0 sense, but we're a bigger market, so that's why I don't understand why they have one and we don't. But I went to the bins there and then hit a Goodwill while I was there as well. Although I didn't really buy anything really to flip. I bought, I think, 3 things to flip. It was more kind of just personal stuff while we were there. We weren't there super long. I only had like an hour and a half kind of to play around while we were there. So, but I did hit up the bins, and I will say, not really impressed. But I also went there at 1:30 in the afternoon. So, and it was very picked over. I can definitely, that's for sure. So, we'll get into what sold. So, starting off with the pair of Lightning McQueen Crocs, men's size 13, $120 on that. As you can see, you'll see later I sold another pair as well, and I have 1 pair left. And these I got online arbitrage, and these were $80. I forget if I got these, where I got these from, but it was a lead in bread and butter for $80. Or when the McQueens came back in stock, and I think this time I was able to get them early enough that I got this, a decent size men's 13. Whereas I know last time I ended up getting a smaller size, and it's a bit of a harder sale because I have to ask for so much to even make money. Even with these, the margins are tight. With 120 free ship, I paid $80 for it. Fees is like another $10. Shipping's usually about another $10. So it's not a lot of money to be made on those. Next, Manchester, Missouri Fire Protection District small patch, $6.99. Three pack of the Dove. It's been a while since I sold one of these, but I did end up selling a pack for $24.99. As you can see, I still got 5 left. Next was this Roadway. I'm pretty sure it's a trucking company. 1990-1 Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 6 million miles, no accidents. Patch, $8.99 on that. Sold one of those FutureWise slug creams, $16.99, or it might have been on an offer. Next, Snohomish County Airport Fire Department, $7.99 on that. Lexington, Kentucky Fire, $5.99. Sold a few Degrees deodorants in not so much last week, the week before. I sold a few of them, but it seems like it's been a while since I've sold some. I've sent out offers, that's for sure. Sent out plenty of offers, but have not really had any sales, so it'll probably die down for a while here and then pick back up. But of course, obviously, the buyers that bought the first time are not going to be coming back for 5 more months. At this point, 4 or 5 months, anyone who's bought in the last month or two, so it's going to be a while before they come back. And some of them bought 2 of them, 2 of them, so they got themselves a year's supply, so it'll be even longer till they're back, but they'll be back, hopefully. Next was this little Pizza Planet Disney hat, sold it for $20. free ship. Got this at Goodwill for $3. And this one's weird. I just got I got an email from it earlier saying that it was ready for pickup. The tracking on it's a little funky. It said it was intercepted, and then it's talking about waiting for pickup. So I don't know why it would have been intercepted, because I surely didn't do it. It was weird too that I got the email that it was ready for pickup, not my buyer, who, is the one that needs to know that it's ready for pickup. So that's really, it's on the buyer to figure out what the hell the post office is talking about and pick it up. So we'll see in the next couple days if that's going to end up being a problem. Next is this 5-pack of Canon ink. Sold that for $20 free ship. As you can see, got that at Goodwill for $4. And that $4 actually was for a bag of ink, and it had this Canon in it and then a no name in it. I'm pretty sure I showed you guys on video. Probably two videos back, I think is when I found this. So $20 free ship, not bad for $2. There's another deodorant. Then we got a Wagner Control Stainer 150. Sold that for $25 free ship. And this one says used, but it looks fine to me. I don't really see where it was used. I'm saying my description's not going to tell me either. Yeah, no. Because it's just the copy and paste description for all paint sprayers. So, I don't really know why I would have put this as used, but it is what it is. Sold it for $25. Next was this Ace tennis elbow strap. Sold it for $10.99 free ship. And this one, the buyer ended up sending me a message saying that this little part right here was ripped, and in the photos it definitely was ripped, and that's something I didn't notice. Luckily, they just sent me a message about it and were said, if you have another one, send it or refund me. And luckily I did have another one, so I sent them the other one right away. As it was, the mail lady had came, picked up my packages already, and then I seen the message, of course, came afterwards. And ended up just putting the package in the door. When she came back around to drop off the mail, then she picked it up. So I have to check that other tracking number to make sure it disappeared and has arrived. Next, West Milford Township, New Jersey Fire, $7.99. Next was this little 2-pack of these Dr. Scholl's inserts. This came from the Walmart pallet. As you can see, one's in okay shape, the other one's kind of destroyed, but they're both new. Otherwise, at least they look new, hopefully. $18 free ship on that. Next was this Erie County Sheriff's 200th anniversary pin. Sold that for $35 free ship. As you can see, it was listed for $50. Ended up becoming part of the 15% off sale. And the guy sent me a message saying that he was a sheriff and what was the best price I could do. And that's when I shot him with $35, which is what I paid, or when I did the average out, that's what it cost me, was the $35. I was only selling this off because I already had acquired the 200th anniversary pin beforehand, and the little lot of 200th anniversary patches and coins. This was included, I already had it, so I just sold it off. So, not a big deal. At least we can call it a write-off on taxes. We can call it a loss. Next was this pair of Crocs, Vanilla Platform Shimmer Classic Retro. Sold it. This I remember sold out on offer as well, $44.99, and this actually went international. This I think went to the UK. Is where this pair went. Again, lost money on it. It was not a good pickup. But I also noticed that I actually have the size 9 of these as well. And I've received absolutely no action on those. I had to double check to make sure they were even listed, because I didn't know I had a second size. But again, we can call it a write-off. uh, for taxes, since I did take a loss on that as well. And then I sold another one of the FutureWise slug creams, and this also went international. Being enrolled in the international program saved me because these two were the only two sales I had for the day, and without having international shipping on, I would have had nothing going out that day. Another deodorant, Wagner Flexio 2500. This one was one of the super nice ones, pretty much brand new, $30 plus 15 ship on that. And this was part of the second Home Depot pallet. You may have seen the short on it. I did do the quick 1 minute short about how I picked up another paint sprayer pallet. And then at the end of this, I'll show you the slightly longer video. At the end of after going through these sales, another deodorant. There's the other pair of McQueen's. Next was this Ford Performance banner, flag, whatever you'd like to call it. I found a stock photo of what I'm pretty sure is the right one. At least I surely hope it is. And then I just took some photos of it, because obviously with something like this, it's super hard to take a picture of. It's much easier to just use a stock photo, especially for that first photo. It's much easier to use a stock photo. I think I sold this out on offer as well. It came from the very first Amazon pallet, and I just now got around to finally listing it when I was kind of plowing through my death pile and going through either listing it or just throwing it out. And this I just listed. Next was this Maxi Cosi Cassia baby swing thingy. Sold that for $150, free ship, and this is on its way. This was part of the Amazon pallet from the new place, and this took a little longer to sell than I thought it would have, but it still didn't. But I did get the money that I wanted for it at $150, and this was only going downstate, so shipping ended up being like $20. But this was like new open box, as you can see, and I checked, it's got all the parts. So that new the Amazon pallet I got from the new place definitely had a lot of new things in it, which I don't know if that was just kind of because of the time of when I bought it was early February, so that all the Christmas, you were getting a lot of Christmas returns is what it was. So early Christmas returns, so you're getting good stuff. Or I just happened to pick a good palette, or a lot of the stuff was kind of nicer, just to draw you in because they are a newer place. So we will see about that. I haven't been back there yet, but let's see. James has been back there, and Dad went there because they had a pallet of 4 brand new shelving units that were like $250 a piece. Retail was one of the super nice ones, and picked them up and then rearranged the basement and put one up for our mom for her little reselling pallet area. Put one of those shelves up for her down there and rearranged the whole basement. So it's so far has been working out. I put one of the pieces of furniture together. It's kind of like an end table kind of thing. I really didn't need to put it together. It was all there, and it's that was brand new. Some of the other furniture too, brand new stuff. So I definitely will do pretty good on that pallet. All right, next, this Jersey City Pride of Greenville truck 8 engine 19. As you can see, I did a 15% off sale on anything that was in the store category of police or fire patches. And at first, it didn't really do anything, but then once the weekend hit, then it kind of kicked in, and I got a bunch of sales from that sale. So $6.79 on that. Next was San Mateo County Paramedic 509. This Akron Services Private Security 424. On that, that's also from that second Home Depot pallet. This ladder level thing. And it had the right side only, where you attach it to the ladder and hook it up to whatever the hell to make it level. Like if you're working like on a staircase kind of thing. Yeah, like you can kind of see in that photo if you're working in like where stairs are. So I sold that for $80 plus 20 ship. And there was another one I seen where it was the left side only, and it was sold for pretty close to what the new ones are selling for on eBay, because the shipping on it was so high. It was ridiculously high compared to what it probably actually would cost. Or they might have been putting in like another box or something. I just slapped the label on it and sent it. That's how Home Depot did it. I didn't show the front part of the box, but that's what Home Depot did when they sent it. Next was this Massachusetts EMT patch, $5.94. Another Wagner Flexio 2500. This one I'm kind of surprised sold so quick, because as you can see, it's very covered in paint, but it's pretty much on the outside. You can see there's a little bit kind of on the inside of it, but it's fairly clean. But if you're using it to paint with black anyways, it wouldn't matter. So $25.99 plus 15 ship on that. Next is this Borough of Emmanuus. I didn't even put police in the title. Good going. That might have been why it took so long to sell. $4.24. Next, this is Oxford, Mississippi Fire Rescue 509. Ray Township Fire Rescue $6.99. This did not sell as part of the sale for some reason, or was the sale over by the time this sold? It might have been over by the time this sold. It must have been. And the next two things are the same thing. This Little Tykes Story Dream Machine I Love Story Collection. Sold both of them for $20 to two different people, but it was very weird. Last night this sold, and then when I woke up this morning, this had sold. So that was very odd. But I got this Walmart clearance for $5. Again, figured it would have sold a little faster than it did, but not bad when it's I still made like $7 on each of them, which is not that bad when you only paid $5. And this takes up no room. This takes up no room, and it's very light actually. Even in a box with paper, it shipped out at 12 ounces. So it was surprisingly light. Hell, I probably would have slapped it in a poly mailer. I don't think it would have been damaged, but for only costing 20-30 cents more, I'll send it in a box. It's not like it would have upped the ounce level that much. Alright, so moved on to the other account. We got this Knoxville, Tennessee Police, $4.99. This Tucson Police, $3.99. This Clinton County Sheriff's. This Missouri State Highway Patrol Forensic Lab. The San Antonio. Or maybe it was the Tucson as well. No, I think it was the Tucson as well. 4 of them sold to the same guy, but he bought them in 4 separate transactions, which really annoys the hell out of me when people do that. Buy it in one transaction. And there's no need to buy it 4 separate, do 4 separate transactions. But I was able to combine the shipping. I put 2 of them in an envelope and sent them out. I put the 2 bigger ones in a bigger envelope and the 2 smaller ones in a smaller envelope and sent them like that. I was contemplating just upping it to Ground Advantage, but I was not worried. But I just said screw it, because you made me go through the pain of doing it in 4 separate transactions. I'm just going to send it standard envelope and be done with it. It's not that big of a deal. Next was the St. Paul, Minnesota Police, $3.99. The City of Miami Police. The guy sent me a message wanting $4 for it, and I sent him back. Said sure, whatever. $4. I have 20 of them. Whatever. I'll take $4 for it. And then he ended up taking, I think, like a day to actually accept the offer and pay. He didn't even do it right away. But it was going to Miami. And was actually going to Miami. And then the last thing was this Harrisburg, Pennsylvania police, $5.99 on this. And I think I still have other ones of this on the other account from a different lot from long ago. So, but other than that, that is the sales for the last 2 weeks. Like I said, we'll jump into and I will show you the new Home Depot pallet, and then I'll show you maybe next week. I'll show you the little Goodwill haul. It's not that big of a deal. The Rochester Goodwill haul. So, we'll do that next week. That'll make my life simpler. So, other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Alright, so I bought another Home Depot paint sprayer pallet. This time it pretty much was almost all paint sprayers. As you can see, the pile over there. So, I got a couple things over here on the table. I have to go through this stuff. A couple of these animal traps. These are pretty good. These should be an easy $40. This one I have to see if this one's good. I got one on I think the first pallet, but the hose had a slit in it, so I ended up throwing it out. But I just got around to throwing it out, and I'm hoping I still kept the box because the box on it was mint, whereas this box, as you can see, is pretty wrecked. But I have to check the actual hose inside because if that's wrecked, it won't matter then. I gotta check these deck sprayers and the Home Depot pump sprayers. I'm assuming those mostly are just gonna be junk. I'm assuming. There's ladder level. I haven't looked. That's something different. But I got a whole stack of these 3500s plus this one right here. I also got this one that I've never had before. The Flexio 2000. I've never had one of these before, so as you can see, it shipped to someone and they just slapped the label on the box and sent it. So we're gonna have another episode of Paint Sprayer Roulette. Obviously a mega edition this time. Like I said, this is mostly what this palette was. As you can see, as it keeps going and keeps going. You can see right there it's 2 deep. Right here it's 3 deep. And they're stacked, 5 high. And all those ones over there, these are from the one I just got, the previous one. Anything that was on the shelf, those were listed ones. These are unlisted ones. But the 350s don't sell as well as the 2500s, so I wasn't going to flood the market. That's why I'm holding off on those. And I'll do the same with these. I'll go through them all, check them, and then just put them in a pile and hold off on listing them. So, there's another nice ortho spray right here. The rest of these are just Home Depot sprayers. But I also got another sprinkle right. There's actually another one. It's in James's car because we're just going to take it straight to storage. Because I don't have any room up here, obviously. And definitely won't after going through all these. Like, there's some space over there, but there won't be after I go through all those. This one I opened up and checked. It's missing the check valve, which is quite annoying because it's kind of an important part. So that might make this a harder sell because it's missing the check valve. So hopefully the other one just magically has 2. That would be nice. So there's also, I'm trying to think. There's another sprinkle right. There's what I'm pretty sure is a brand new Troy built backpack blower. That's in his truck. And then some of the Virgo 60-foot edging. I got, I think, 5 boxes of that. Those are also in his truck. Because those are just going to go straight to storage. There's no need for them to be here because they're seasonal. And spring's still a couple months away. So $735 gets you all this. So we'll have a mega edition of Paint Sprayer Roulette.